Hi. Right now we've got little Harry, who's much, much better. Say hello, Harry. Whoops. There he is. Say hello to all the lovely people on YouTube. Look. Go on, mate, you'll fall down. Well, your slide. There's Harry. He's much better than he was, eating enormous amounts. He'd murder for food, wouldn't you? Eh? Right, I don't know how much work we're going to get done now, but let's spend a couple of minutes with Harry. Oops. Sorry about all the shaking, but in a good cause. There he is. Very small, he's only not quite three and a half months. Just an old moggy who's been very unwell since we got him. Problem is, cats very sensitive, kittens very sensitive to changes of diet. And his previous owner put him on grown up food before he was ready. But he's fine now. And he's sitting on my lap. Now I'm going to have to throw him off now and have to go on my coat. And then we can do a painting, Harry. Go on then, off you go. He's very lappy, but into absolutely everything, as he should be. He's making up for the week that he wrote off last week. Right, so what we've got here, another rocky stream. This is a bank going across here, it's a reverse of what I did yesterday. But I want to do slightly later autumn trees with just a few leaves on. So it shows some of the background through the trees. No, I'll have a swig of tea. It's Fabriano. I've been trying to rig up my board at a much narrower angle. This is about 30, less than 30 degrees, I would think. But about right, and be able to film as well without too much inconvenience. So there's my palette. Lemon yellow, raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey, and if I need it, burnt sienna. But you can make a version of burnt sienna by mixing the light red with the burnt umber. So I'll wet the paper all over with some reasonably clean water, obviously. The painting watercolours is always a problem vertical because of gravity. When I've demonstrated watercolour, you've got to show people, but there's a lot of art societies now have got overhead cameras, so you can actually work at an angle that doesn't let the water run down so quickly. So there we are. If he sees me doing this, he's going to come and attack the brush. Here he comes. Come on, Harry, come on. Come on, watch the master at work, come on. Haha, flatter myself. Right, I'll bit of a warm wash on that, so some nice raw sienna. It's all over. Okay, so I like nondescript skies, so as well as everything else. So I'll mix a bit of Payne's grey, a bit of alizarin, and so I'll just put a bit in the water here. They'll all dry lighter, but I want to just get a bit of a cloud. Okay, that'll do. And I will just reclip the paper. I tried to make this even flatter, but the clips get in the way of everything. And I'm making use of my box easel with what I've got on the box easel. If you haven't flattened it out yet, let's have a I'll just zoom out a bit. Look, this is a table under the board here that I made out of a piece of ply that just clips into the box easel to keep it fairly stable. Okay, so back we go. Now we'll put in some hills, same colours, but just a bit heavier. And I'll put in some autumn colours, so a bit of light red, a bit of burnt umber, a bit of sienna, a bit of lemon yellow, just to make that, the back of this picture, the distance just a little bit more interesting. Okay. You need plenty of rag, absorbent rag. That's my bit of old flannel, face flannel. I've got a lot of these. And I'm not mean, but my wife puts them in the washing machine when they get too dirty because I want them coming out of the washing machine all nice and soft rather than stiff and prickly. Now you can see that the paint stays fairly close to where it actually goes on. But I want to put some background in now, some burnt umber and some good thick paint and a bit of yellow in there, so let's just drop that in. So that's the right. Now we can drop. I know we're painting everything in the middle here, but oh, I've got a kitten climbing up my legs. No, don't you go near that, Harry. I keep calling him Freddy after the last cat. Right, you. Ah, can you see him? See his ears? He's got big ears. Okay. But he's got a nice berth here. I'll put in a bit of darker colour in there, just a bit of Payne's grey with the faux burnt sienna, and a bit of ultramarine in there. I like ultramarine with my browns. Okay, so that'll do for that. Now we'll put in a bit of a field with lemon yellow. And we'll just add some nice warmer reds. Oh, Harry's very interested in this. And we're coming down into the bank. Varying the colours all the time. Pull any hairs out of your brush. Right, now I'm going to put in some rocks, so nice warm rocky colours. Then I'll lift the outside of these. Don't you go near those, Harry. Put in some rocks that I'll scrape out. Right, let's get some dark. Now I need some more darks in there. Now I'll get hold of the card, if Harry lets me, Where are my bits of plastic? Oh, they've gone. Right, let's just right, I can just put some darks back in here just to separate them from each other. Okay, Harry, that'll do. Now I'm going to put some of those in here. A lot of this is going to be covered up, but just overdoing the rocks here, but never mind. Just take right, well that'll do for that side. Now we'll come in with something here. You're loving this, Harry, aren't you? All this interesting nice, good, thick foreground here, warm. Just some ordinary burnt umber in there. Right, just reclip the paper. Oops. Excuse me, Harry. Just take it down to Harry. Here he is, sitting on my lap. Back we go. No, I don't. That's it. Coffee going in. Right. So we'll just put in some heavier. Nice, rich greens. Taking the zip on my bodyboard. Just mixing a bit of green with sienna. No, not. I was just making a green with Payne's grey, burnt umber, and the lemon yellow. Right, let's just scrape out some of this here. We'll call this tumbling stream number 3, I think. Okay, I'll put in some nice strong autumn colour here. And okay, Let's just get a bit of detail in here because that's a bit naff. I'll just scrape out a bit of rock there. I lost it there, that is, but by re-wetting you can just take out again. Right, let's start doing some trees now. I'm going to use my hake to put in some so I keep it a bit impressionist and hit and miss with the hake here. You can play very delicately with the hake, but I know you find it hard to begin with, but it's just because you're not used to it and it takes quite a bit of practice, but it's worth it. It's such a great brush. It would be nice to do all of this without a rigger, but we'll have to use a rigger. Sorry, bit of ultra. And we'll just put in some just get in some distant trees by just putting in slightly blue. Well, some up here. You don't want these too heavy. Just blue. I'm going to dry this off before I go over with the foliage. Oh, you could do this forever, just keep putting these trees in and foliage in. So you forget what you're doing, you get lost in it. And then we'll put some in the background here. And we'll just put a bit of leaf colour. Want a fairly dry brush for this. Just let's get some hard stuff in there. Green. Right, I think we've got enough stuff on there now. Oh, I haven't finished my tea. I don't know where Harry's gone. He's probably gone down to see if there's any food on offer. Right, hair dryer. Take your headphones off. I'm just going to give this a dry. Right, so let's put in some bit of alizarin, bit of burnt umber. Just a general mix of just using the edge of the hake. Could use my lovely sables, but I still am a hake man. Now get a nice bit of green in there. Shadow. And some ivy and stuff climbing up these things. Okay, that looks a little bit even, doesn't it? So we'll just take that up there. I will do some wriggle work in there, but I want to obliterate some of this. Just to, put some shadow in. Oh, here it is. Right, now we'll do some over here, some always climbing up my legs. No detail really in here. That doesn't show. I'll have to put some detail in this. Right, let's come over here now. Try and keep this impressionist look. Oh, ouch, come on. Oh, he's climbing up my jeans with his little pins. Right, let's get some nice heavier stuff in here. Just mixing sort of an orangey colour with the lemon yellow and light red. Okay, that some nice dark shadow in here now. Okay, right, we've done enough of that. Let's let that dry. Let's put in some water now. So I use a bit of the grey colour, Payne's Grey and alizarin, but leave some okay. A bit more alizarin, I think. And some darker reflections just of the... Right, okay, that'll do. I'll just leave that dry so I can do some little bit of wriggle work. Well, hold your ears, Harry. Right. Like that. Right, okay, that'll do. Sorry, mate. Come on. Come on. Ooh. Right, okay, so rigger. It's a number 3 rigger that I bought when I built my nice sables, which I hardly use. Just some random remember the trees have got to be thicker at the base than, because they've got to hold up tons of branches and leaves. So just put a few in, but just here and there, just. Just strengthen up that here, this one here. Right, so we've thrown some of those back by putting in some harder ones, and then we'll do something here. Ooh, a bit too thick, but could be ivy in there. And similar thing here. But we haven't gone over this to such an extent. Well, I might even put a bit of gouache into the mix. Well, some go down as well. Right, I think we've just about done enough there. We'll put a little bit of just, that'll do. I think we've overdone that enough. Just give it a little signature. Always sign your work, however bad it is, because you never know what you don't like or somebody else doesn't like. You'll find somebody that does like it. Right, mount. Use the ivory mount. So there we are, another autumn scene, late autumn, this, well not quite, but another rocky stream. I'll just bring the camera over and we'll, yeah, that's almost, if I get closer with the camera, whoops, sorry, do apologise, I get all sorts of trouble, don't I? Like Alan. Right, well there we are. I won't zoom into it. You can see it. And Harry's underneath, sheltering from the noise of the hairdryer, just in case. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. So what we've got, tumbling stream again. Bit muddy around here, but I like the trees. Quite like trees. I can't. I suppose I could just put a little bit of dark back on the rocks. Right, oh, that's about all I can do to that. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.